First toast was always to, aren't we glad that we're still married to the same women?
Each has their own personality.
Mom and Dad taught me to be independent.
I can't say I really know Ken. He's kind of a hard fellow to get acquainted with. But Carolyn, I can't say enough good for her. She's a very fine lady.
They're really fun to be with, and they do so many different things.
No matter where you go in the world, you can't take a cowboy out of a person.
They have their own lives and they've had their own interests, but they support each other.
They have modeled exactly what I want to be.
We may one day grow old, but that's just a may, probably.
She was the kindest first person to welcome us to the neighborhood.
Really feel that they are an extended family.
They've role modeled what I think a good marriage is.
They seem to support each other, but yet have their own independent lives.
They were extremely patient with me.
I just want to say how much I appreciate my folks for being good troopers, for being part of this interview.
50 years, congratulations.
I remember well the day we wed. I can see that picture in my head. I still believe the words we said forever will ring true. Love is certain, love is kind, love is yours and love is mine. But it isn't something that we find, it's something that we do. Holding tight, letting go, it's flying high and laying low. Let your strongest feelings show, and your weakness too. It's a little and a lot to ask, an endless and a welcome task. Love isn't something that we have, it's something that we do. We help to make each other all that we can be, but we can find our strength and inspiration independently. The way we work together is what sets our love apart, so closely that we can't tell where I end and where you start. Gives me heart remembering how we started with a simple vow. There's so much to look back on now, still it feels brand new. We're on a road that has no end, and each day we begin again. Love's not just something that we're in, it's something that we do. Independently, the way we work together is what sets our love apart, so closely that we can't tell where I end and where you start. Love is wide, love is long, love is deep, and love is strong. Love is why I love this song, I hope you love it too. I remember well the day we wed, I can see that picture in my head. Love isn't just those words we said, it's something that we do. There's no request, too big or small. We give ourselves, we give our all. Love isn't some place that we fall. It's something that we do.
Been with the same woman for 50 years? I didn't think about that.
It's a long time.
That's a long time.
Can we see you without glasses?
Are you nervous? I try not to talk too much. I'll try to let you talk too.
Just be.
Okay.
Tina, no opinions. Where did you meet?
We met at the Sackett at Oregon State. I picked it because of basketball.
I picked it because it was the only school in the western United States that had PE as a major and outdoor ed as a minor. And I got on the train, California, and came to Corvallis.
And I missed the second class because I didn't know that 2 meant the second floor.
No, but he can tell you why he was attracted to me.
Why?
Her skirt went like this.
My butt.
And I went to Bend, got the car, and drove down to where Carolyn was at in California by Lake Tahoe. And she was out with the handyman.
I didn't know he was coming. So I
Well, I got treated really well.
Yeah, all the other camp counselors, all the girls.
Why did I pick fisheries? My roommate was in fisheries.
He liked his roommate's classes better. And why not game?
If I were in game, I'd have to be working when I wanted to be hunting.
What car did you have?
I had a Volkswagen Bug.
Orange. We only dated 2 years before we got married. And my mom made the wedding dress. She made all the bridesmaids' dresses. She made everything, and she had everything planned. All we had to do was show up. And the first night at the coast, we went to bed, and in the middle of the night, Ken went, picked me up, threw me over the top of him, and landed on the floor. And I said, "What the hell are you doing?" And what'd you say?
Saved you from a train.
Just saved you from a train. I knew he was asleep. So I crept around, got back in on my side, and thought, what in the hell did I get myself into? I taught 1 year in Redmond. And I got tired of the snow and the cold. I wanted to live where it was warmer since I'd come from California. So Ken said, he applied for a job over here, and he said, "Carolyn, it's nice and warm over here." So we came over in July. It was nice and warm in July.
June.
June?
June and July.
Yeah, it was then. It's not been nice and warm since. One time we went down, I don't know whether we were on the Mnaha camping or on the Winaha. There were ticks. That's all I know. As I got in the bed, he said, "Carolyn, did you find the second tick? They're always in pairs." Oh, gosh. I went back. I got back in the bathtub. I looked and I looked and I looked and I looked. Finally, I gave up. I said, "Ken, I can't find the second tick." He just started laughing and laughing.
Like I am now. Well, we were going to have
none.
None. And then we went to 6. And I said 2. And that's all we're going to have.
Then I went back to work. Tina was in the 3rd grade, started teaching PE, counseling, teaching PE, started coaching.
We always were in the schools with Mom being the teacher and going and living in the gym.
So Mom was my coach and also the PE teacher, and at times that was difficult for me. I didn't know whether to call her Mom or Coach or Ms. Whitty. I sometimes would just say, hey.
Carolyn was coaching. I cooked the dinners.
Yep, every night.
Every night.
Elk steak.
Elk steak, corn, rice.
I did spawning ground counts on the Metolius River for Chinook.
Spawning
there used to be
ground.
salmon in the Metolius River. I floated the dish chutes 2 weeks out of every month. Worked out of the high lakes. Well, I was gone a lot.
He worked hard during that time. In men, it's Mr. So-and-so, and you can't tell whether they're married or not. In women, they have Miss and Mrs. And then now they have something that you can't tell whether you're married or not, and that's Ms. And that's what we are. We are Ms. Whitty.
It was important to make sure that we were not seen as somebody's girlfriend or somebody's wife, that we were who we are.
She has 2 girls, I have 2 girls. We totally believe in education for girls, and more so than even boys, because men can make better wages than girls. Girls have to take care of themselves for the rest of their life.
Richard Whitty came up and told us there's been
Called.
He called, that's right. And told us that there'd been an accident and that Tina was down at the hospital. We took the van because we knew we could put her in the van and bring her home. And when we got to Walla Walla, we realized it was much worse than just picking her up and bringing her home. She was a head injury. And when you have she had flown out of this pickup and hit on the ground on her head and one arm. So when you have a head injury and she was in a coma for a week, just under a week. Yeah. Slowly but surely, with the therapy and the physical therapy and the speech therapy and all the other therapies, she came home. She had to relearn everything she had to learn. She had to start again in remedial math, remedial English, everything at the beginning. And so that year at school, I asked for a couple of periods that I didn't teach. And we went over everything, how getting along socially, starting with the lessons again and learning the lessons. And she only had 1 year to catch up to go to college. And she was going to go to college, so she
went to
Boise State. 6 years later, she graduated, and 4 years after that, she has her master's. And
both daughters have masters.
Both daughters have masters now, and she's doing great. She's doing great. So we're fine. You did it, Tina. Okay, that's it. Next question. That part of our life is now closed. Yeah. No. Both daughters are well educated and kind and grown up, done well. I want to take credit for it. I was told once, don't do that because then you'll be responsible for their deficiencies too.
And Ken did it right. He,
That being said, he introduced us to a term called kill day.
Yes.
Because every once in a while the weather would change and everything would be just right for the elk to be up and moving, and he announced today's a kill day.
And I was so close, when I put my scope up, all I could see was hair. And I shot it, and I turned, and I shot it again, and it turned, I shot it again, and it turned, I shot it again. I shot it 4 times. And the next morning I got back to where the horses were.
That's when the horse was gone?
The horse was gone. And I walked back to camp.
And he got mad at your hunting partner.
I got mad at it. I never been hunting with Gene again. He said, I need a manual to hunt with you. I never will forget that.
Yeah.
My dad always said, as long as they're standing up, you keep shooting, kid.
I was with him the year that he killed his 75th elk, and we told him that was enough.
My dad was 83. He killed his last elk when he was 83. That's my goal. I caught my first steelhead at Roundel.
What fish do you
We got
there?
a freezer full of coho and halibut.
Halibut.
130 pounds.
130 pounds was the largest halibut you ever got. And he has a string hanging on the wall to prove it. How I got started? I went with Julie Cooch on a wagon train as a hood ornament. I dressed up. And I thought it was fun.
Carolyn has started out kind of small in a couple parades, and I think now she's in 5 parades, wins a lot of ribbons.
I do things because I've never done things before. I do things because it's a first time. I tend to do that.
I think what Mom is doing now with the parades and the costumes is really fun. I think she's having a lot of fun.
I think the best way you can describe Carolyn is kind, but with a subtext that she wants to dress you in something.
I can also remember saying, I do not want to wear any of these costumes in the parades. And I think I've been in every parade that she has been in except for the Christmas parade. Do you ever fight?
Yes.
Yes. But not for long. Don't have to work through anything. I'm going to win.
She always wins.
His sunglasses have become a part of his body. He wears them 24/7. That I'm tolerant?
She puts up with me.
You're not hard to put up with.
I married her, and she didn't know how to cook. And so we had goulash.
That's the only thing I knew how to make, goulash.
Didn't know how to make gravy.
Gravy's hard. My father fixed things all the time, and I thought all men could fix things. And he looked at me and he said, I thought all women could cook. Touche. I quit. That's it. I'm through. He's dependable. You may not like that.
Tolerance.
That she tolerates
She
your wins?
tolerates me. She is a little bit stubborn.
Excitement. Living with you is exciting. It's always changing. It's exciting.
How would
Be
I
careful.
describe Carolyn? She has a mind of her own. That's it.
Well, we're going to go to Ireland
And Peru.
and Peru. Put those stamps in that passport. I really think life's been good.
L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you adore can love. Is all that I can